Yes, sir. Physical.
Yesterday we have been done with the theory, correct? Print.
Yes. Yes.
So this was been done, no? Like dunning interval in days, dunning levels, dunning days in areas, grace period, and all those things. Yesterday we have been discussed, correct? Today we are going to do the configuration. So dunning means like a sending reminder to customer. So if the customer invoice is overdue, so how we have to intimate the customer that this many invoices are overdue for your particular account, like the stating that invoice number and all those things means we have to done. Done is nothing but a reminder. So we can call as a notices also. Like we will send the reminders like so that's the main thing. So how to do the configuration into SAP, we will see today's class. Okay. So if you see here, open the document. Once again, I will tell that dunning means in this activity, we enter settings which controlled by dunning program. The major setting are dunning level days in areas, grace days, dunning text, minimum amount to run a dunning program, etc. Dunning interval in days. Dunning interval in days means what? It determines at which intervals, after how many days, the allocated accounts are to be done, or what should be the gap between a dunning level to another. Running intervals means how many days interval. For suppose example, we have like 100 invoices has been posted for some of the customers. So what we are going to do is nothing but we individually, if you see that what is the overdue date for the particular customer and all those things is very difficult. So it's time taking. So in order to avoid all those things, what we will do is like we will put one interval in days means for suppose if customer one has been overdue today, means we will let for suppose today overdue line item is there. So we have to send the reminder, first reminder. And second reminder, how many days gap should be there? Interval in gap means you have to do 5 days or 10 days as you have been aligned with the business. Business will let us know that then first of all you have been gap given 10 days gap, 5 days first, 5, 15, 25. Three letters will be sent. So whatever the running levels means like running levels are nothing but like a uh, how many reminders has to send. So that's the gap between the interval to interval means days. If you give the gap 10 days means 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, it will be done and it will be generating the, if you run the running, then system will fetch the data after 10 days again for the particular customer and it will be generating the reminder 2 and reminder 3, reminder 4, maximum 9 reminders we can send. So that's about the dunning interval in days. Dunning level, it determines that how many times reminders can be sent to the customer. So maximum SAP has been given 9 reminders. So nine reminders we can send to the customer. So the gap between the day to day, for suppose it was been overdue for one customer today. So if you give the second reminder has to send. So if he is not able, not paid, so second reminder automatically we will send. Like if it is not came, so the gap should be given. That is the interval in days. So days in areas, it show the total days gap between due date and running run date. So the areas like how many days it has to be done and how many days it's the days we have been provided the areas, the gap will be shown due date within the due date. Grace period is the additional days given to the customer to make a payment. While calculating the due date, system also consider the grace period. An item whose days in areas are smaller to the grace periods is taken as not due for the dunning notice. So grace period also we can, for suppose today the invoices are overdue, so we can allow grace period 2 to 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. After that, the system will be taken into consideration and they allow in the grace period, it will be considered and it will be generating. So for this, we are, why I have been mentioned all those things, this is the dunning procedure we have to create. Under the dunning procedure, we have just procedure name we go. Under that, the certain conditions, what are those conditions, we will be aligning over there. And after that, we save it. So then you will see one by one then dunning procedure has been done. So the procedure has to be assigned to the customer master. So for particular customer, how the system knows that this is the procedure is there for dunning procedure, like how many reminders have to generate, how many grace period, how many days areas, and how many reminders we are going to send. All those things has to be understood by the system to the particular customer. So after creating this dunning procedure, we are going to assign this dunning procedure to the customer master data, and for the particular customer, the system when we are going to run means like the end user is going to run the dunning program, so then the system automatically fetch as per the conditions we have been applied in the procedure as assigned to the customer. If you see here, the transaction code is FBMP is the transaction code. That is nothing but like dunning. You have to do the configuration. Or else if you want to go with the path SPRO, SAP, IMG reference, financial accounting, and accounts receivable and payable, business transaction dunning, basic settings for dunning, and define dunning area. So if you just we have to go with now I'm going for the FBMP is the transaction code, Joe. So if you see here, /n FBMP is the transaction code. So if you see here, the running process has been created for as per the requirement of the other people, they have been created. So we are going to create our own procedure and stating that this procedure name we have to give. What's your company code? BHIM. So I'm putting the same like a BHIM only. So here I will write the description that dunning procedure BHIM for our company code. So I put one name as a 4 characters. Whatever you want to give, you can give the procedure name, but it should be identical and it should be rememberable. So whatever you are doing, that should be in the sequence if you follow. So that's the reason I'm taking as a BAJM, and there is no compulsion to take the company code same characters over there, over here. So we just create for our convenience to remember the procedure. If you want to create your very good. Why? Because it's a server system. No? If you go for ABC or then 0001, like that means already it has been created. So that's the reason I'm taking better for our understanding and for our, better for our remembrance and all those things. I'm taking as a dunning procedure BHAM. I put one name. Under the procedure, what we are going to do, we have to create this all the conditions like what we are going to do and all those things. Business will provide the all the details. So based on the details information, we have to give here all the things. If you see here, dunning interval in days. So new procedure, fill up the details as mentioned in below. And if you see here, this is the thing, dunning interval in days. So if you see here, how many days the interval, like 10 days I'm giving. So for suppose 10 days gap, I want to do the like to send the notices. If the invoice is overdue, the system is telling the dunning interval in days. How many intervals it has to generate the reminder. So I am giving the 10 days gap. For suppose the 10 days gap means like it will be three. If you give the three things means it will be generating three like that. I am just like taking that. So if you see here, number of dunning levels. As SAP has been given 9 maximum, but we go for the three only, three notices only. So you can give the 9 as per the business. Most of the businesses like three days and the three notices. They won't do the 9 maximum of all those things, but three is quite enough. So three notices. Due item for dunning level, that is not required. If you see line item grace period you can give. Line item grace period is nothing but 5 days. Means when it was been done, we have been given the 5 days of grace period. After that 5 days, it will be generating the dunning. So after that, what we have to do? Public holiday calendar 01 as per the calendar. The public holidays is there. It will be calculating that, and we have to give 01 over here. And after the standard transaction dunning, so just put a tick mark here. Standard transaction dunning. So dunning reference procedure for the text. So you have to give or thing PHAM I'm giving here. So if you see here, click on dunning levels. So this is the dunning level. How many levels we have been given? 3 levels. So we just click here. Just ignore this warning message. The reference dunning procedure has 0 dunning levels. Yes, just press enter. And if you see here, 10 days gap I have been told no 15, and after 15 it should be 25. So 5 days areas has been given. After 5 days, 10 days gap has been given. 15, 15 plus 10, 25. So this is the one. So if you see here, this was given. Do not make any charges changes here and click on charges tab. Give the current currency INR and fill up the details as shown below. So we have to go while we are sending that notices, we have to charge. Just press enter. So INR we have to do. In Indian rupees we are charging. So what's the charges like? It is a postal charge. Anything else we can take it as into consideration. How many intervals we have been given? One, two, and three. You see here, the system is asking for what amount it has to be like charge amount means like we can do the amount like 500 rupees and above the charges is selling charges is 50 rupees like that what the business will give. So as per the things we have to give here. So I'm telling example, so there is no compulsion to give the 50 and 100. So if we are going to send any notices, the charges will be collected from the particular customer only. So we are giving here like 50, 100, 150 rupees like that. So just press enter in INR it was been came. So after that what we have to do is nothing but then click on minimum amount and enter the currency INR. So minimum amount we have to click it. So if you see here minimum amount. So minimum amount is nothing but what we have to do for dunning one and dunning two and dunning three. The minimum amounts we have to do. What are those minimum amounts? If you see here, just 100 is the minimum amount. The business will provide this all those things based on that we have to do. So you have to understand these are the fields we have to requirely filled as per the business requirement we have to take into consideration. So I have been given the minimum amount of 100 and enter the details as specified above and then click on dunning text. So the text is nothing but BAJM. Text is nothing but like if you see here. Okay, okay. 1 minute. Just to make it so, okay. Yes. Now it was built in. First of all, we have to save and we have to go for the dunning text. Text is nothing but like a body of the letter. So how we will be sending the text like for suppose if you want to run the dunning, you have been given all the conditions and text is body of the letter. So with reference to the above invoices quoted like a such and such date, your invoices amount has been overdue for such and such period. If you have been paid, just ignore this warning message. Like the text will be there, no? So SAP has been given pre-delivered, and if we want to do means the business want to their own text means what we have to do, we have to take as the functional specifications. So we have to gather the information from the client. What is the body of the letter text you want? We will take into consideration, and the document is sent to the technical team. That is Ababar. He will write the coding and he will send us, and we will see that coding whether the text is matching the client thing or not. And if it is matching, we test it and we will be providing to the client to use that particular code to body of the text. So if you see here, generally we use the normal text like which was been given by the SAP F150 underscore done underscore 01. So if you see here next to the point, like if you see, so this is the one we are using most commonly that the body of the text is generally we use. If the client wants other things means like they'll go for the things.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes,
There, the amount we have selected 100, like three times. That
uh,
is like the total amount we have to split into three. Then we have to update the amount.
No. It's for three levels we are sending, no, three reminders. The minimum amount for the particular reminder to generate is like for three levels is 100 rupees we have been given. That's it.
Okay.
So 100
Okay.
and above, the system automatically. Without like below the 100 means the postal charges and all those things waste of time. No, so just we have been given the minimum amounts. That's it. So the if the remainder one has been generated with the grace period, with the interval period of 10 days, 10 days. First interval, it will take us 50. Second interval, it will take us a 50, so 20 like that it will take, no? So days gap, then it will be generating the reminder, and reminder is nothing but we can call as a dunning. So what we will do, we take a soft copy and we will send the soft copy. We means not we will send to particular things like they will send the hard copy to the particular party. That is the
Okay.
future like evidence that we, even though we have been sent the reminders, you have not been responded, the amount was been due, no, then technically it means like a legal team will proceed with that particular proofs, that like we have been sent this with the proofs like that, they will take care
Yeah.
of all those things, they maintain the registers. So who will give the courier charges and all those things, no? So likewise we have to charge on them only.
Okay. So this is the 100, whatever you mentioned, no, 100, that is like charges for sending reminder.
Ah, yes.
Okay. But we are sending soft copy, no, anyhow. Then why we should?
We are sending, but the thing is like a hard copy, whoever will be sending the hard copy, it's applicable. That's it.
Okay.
That's the procedure, system procedure. Soft copy we are sending, but if for suppose if you are entering the any invoice or anything else, means you should be filing. No, of course the soft copy, and then you will be, you should file the this thing in filing. Nowadays everybody is storing in the cloud, but the thing is like this is like a general practice what they will do. For suppose if you have been gone for the court, if you show the soft copy, they won't accept, no, the legal team. So you should have the hard copy in your hand. Everything is cloud and everything is digital, no. So what we have to do, you have while submitting to other person, the paper is needed, no. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. Got it.
Oh yes. So we have been done with this. I will show you the text of the body. F150 underscore done 01 is there, no? Why we have been given for this three running levels means like three notices. The body of the text, it will be there in this particular coding. So you will see when I show you the text of the particular thing, when you generate the turning, no, then the system will show that particular thing. And click the back arrow. And if you see here, apply the check marks as shown. Below two check marks we have to do, and then special G indicator also. Then we have to see all those things. So you have to go with the back arrow, come back, and what you have to do, you just put it two tick marks over here, and you have to save. You have been done the dunning procedure with all the conditions which have been given by the business. So charges and all the things will be in this particular running procedure. This is the procedure we have been minimum amounts. You can see in the running. If once you created, it will be there like that. What are the text we have been used for this particular three levels? These are all the things we have been taken. We have been done. So what we have to do? So we have to go with the. This is not the transaction. BP is BP. We have to go with the BP. It's not been obsolete. Okay. That's the reason I'm telling you, if I correct all those things going to fill, you go like that. So some skills are different. So you have to follow the video and you have to make the notes. So if you see here, what we are going to do, slash n VP. What's your business? Slash n VP is the business partner. And if you see here, what's the BP? 843, I think so, or 840. No. What's our BP? 843, no? Ravi Ashmi Enterprises. Our custom. Yesterday you have been taken 820, huh? 823, I think so. It is vendor. So 820, I think so. No. What's our BP? What did you do? You remember? Yesterday we have been taking.
No, sir, I don't remember.
Yes. 841. Okay. 841. Just press enter. Ashmita is our thing, like customer. So it is in display mode. We are changing. Why we are changing is as per this particular Ashmita, we are giving the running procedure. So in general data, you can see here, we have to choose the role FLCU 0. FLCU 0. FLCU 0. This. Okay. Now it's okay. General data we have to FLCU 0. So here what we have to customer general data. Okay, in customer general data, you have to go with the company code data. In company code data, what we have to do, customer correspondence. And if you see here, running procedure is there. So what is the running procedure we have been given? BAGA. Just press enter. Running procedure for BAGA. Read for running. Okay, just save it. Changes have been saved. So we have been assigned here. So for this particular customer, if you are the person who is going to done, and then whatever the turning procedure has been given, we have to assign to the customer master so that the customer master will understand that these are the things. So what we are going to do right now, we are going to do the running run, the end user task. So end user will be running the running program. This is a end user step by which we run the running program. This program automatically identify the open item which is overdue and also generate the dunning notices. So access the activity using one of the following navigation options F150. Note, make sure that customer must have at least one overdue item in order to run the dunning program. So what we have to do, we have to check overdue items are there or not. We will check once, and if it is not there, we have to go and we have to post one customer invoice. First, BL 5N is the, so if you see here who is our customer, Ashmita. Ashmita, you have to select here, select the Ashmita, and we have to execute it. So no items are there. So if you see here all items, it was being no outstanding amount from the Ashmita. So Ashmita has been paid. Also, what we have to do, we have to run the dunning. The open item should be there. Open item is nothing but a customer invoice we have to post and it should be overdue. So how to post the uh, customer invoice? FB70, just press enter. If you press enter, if you see here, enter customer invoice, company code for BAJM, R is nothing but invoice, and who is our customer, select the customer. So Ashmita is our customer. So we are posting the invoice for the Ashmita. So I will post the 09 backdated I'm posting, right? Because it should be overdue. So that's the reason I'm backdatedly posting. Okay, amount. How much the amount is nothing but 2 lakhs. Text. Okay, GL account, sales revenue, 2 lakhs. Text, Control C, Control V. Just press enter. Just press enter. And just press enter. Document, simulate it. And if you see here, document header, document type is the customer invoice, and company code VAJM, financial year 2025, and document date and posting date, today's date, and period is 06, and document currency is INR. If you see here, the line item wise it was in there, line item 1, line item 2, Ashmita Enterprises has been debited with the customer number 01. 01 is the debit posting fee for customer 22 lakhs. And sales revenue is the GL account that is created by us as a 4,000 GL account. So it was being created, the posting fee is 50 and we have to save it. Document number has been generated. So there is a overdue item. How to see that particular thing? You can yes. Just to go to the PL5N and just press enter and just execute it and you can see this overdue. This is the 14/9/2025, 2 lakhs rupees is there. This is the open item. So when it is there, like in the month of last month, we have been posted. So there is an overdue item. So what we are going to do right now, we have to run the automatic, sorry, dunning run. We have to run the dunning. So why we have to run the dunning is like overdue item should be fetched by the system and it has to generate the reminders. So if you see here, how to run it, F150 is the transaction code /n F150 is the transaction code just to center and you have to give on run on date. Like today we are going to run this particular running. So today we have to give the running today's date we have to give. So we are running today, for example. So that day we have to identification. So you have to give the identification like I'm giving VAJM1. So you can do anything else like what are the identification for this particular running run, you have to do some identification. Go to the parameters and you have to do the running date. Today is the running date we are running. So 14/10/2025. Okay. If you see here, this is the things. Up to when we are going to done. Posted up to today we are going to run. Whatever the invoices have been posted till today, like we have to like, posted up to. So if you see here, for which company code you are given, you are doing the running. So you have to give the BHA or company code. And you see here for customer, for which customer you are doing the running. So Ashmita, just select this Ashmita. This is the Ashmita. So after that, what we have to do, just go to the additional log tab. So here also we have to give the customer. For which customer we are doing Ashmita. So just go to the this thing and just do the Ashmita over here. This is the one. So if you see here, save it and click back on status. So we have to save these things like what we have in the parameters. We have to save it with the identification it was been saved. So details have been saved for the run 14/10/2025. VAJM1 was the identification which was been given by us and due to the status parameters were maintained. Now we have to do this thing. So now the status parameters are maintained. Click on schedule. Click on schedule. Okay. LP01 continue. And if you see here, start immediately. So if you see here, everything in the document, just we are scheduling this run. So we are telling the system to check the background. What are the conditions which was been given by us, the running procedure, which was been assigned to the customer master data, and it will check all the things and overdue. We'll check and it will be generating the running notices and the body of the text. It will give the running notice and body of text. So if you see here, LP01 is the printer output like we have to give the default printer output we have been given the LP01. So here what you have to do dispatch and what you have to do after dispatch like schedule. This is the one So just press enter, or to press enter, one dunning notice generated for which one article is sent. You have to press enter. And if you see here, do you want to see the sample printout? You have to see the sample printout, how it is showing. So what we have to do, sample printout. And again, this is the output device LP01 is the printer defaultly we give. So continue. And if you see the display, this is the notice. If you see here, the company, like nothing but like Ashmita Enterprises, it is situated in Park Street. This is the pin code, Bangalore City. First dunning notice, sample printout. For today, we have been taken as a sample printout to display and all the details. The account number which is having Ashmita Enterprises, the customer account number is this. And if you see here, posting and all those things, if you see here, Dear sir or madam, the invoice listed below are due for the payment. If you have paid the amount due in the intervening period, please disregard this letter. This is the text like how it was been came. So we have been given the text F150 underscore done underscore 01. That's the code they have been created for this particular text. So from that code, it was been given like this. It was been fetched. So if you see here document date 1021, 1021 is the document number, date was in their date 14/9/2025. In currency INR, 2 lakhs is the amount. 2 lakhs is the amount. And due date, this is the due date. This is the due date. 30 days, areas, 1 day. So 30 days we have been given the thing. What was been done 30 days. So it is telling that running charges like first note is what how much we have been charged, 50 rupees being added. So if you see here 2050 and balance of the account is 2000. That's the thing. Understood? It will be generating like this letter. So we have to take a printout and you will be, if you want, if they are sending us all those things, or they can keep the record like that. So come back, running notice for account, it was displayed successful. Come back, yes. If you see here, do you want to
Sir,
take a,
one second. We have charged 100 rupees. No, but here we are charged 50 rupees.
no, we have been charged
And
for first notice 50 rupees, second notice
oh,
100 rupees, and third notice 150 rupees.
okay, okay, sorry. Okay,
Okay, I
got
will
it.
show you. Okay,
Yeah.
slash and B Z P. Sorry, FBMP slash and FBMP to okay, running procedure. What's our running procedure? Here BAJM, no? Yes, sir, this BAJM. Control of is there? No. BAJM, BAJM, running procedure, correct? This is the running procedure we have been used, correct? So, how much the amount we have been charged? Go to the charge, and INR we have been charged. Uh, 50 rupees, no? First letter, second letter, 100, third letter is 1.
Yeah, automatically it will take there, right?
It will take first
Yeah,
part.
got it,
First,
sir. Got it.
okay. So if you see here, the sample printout we have been seeing. Now we have to take the printout. So now the sample printout will be shown. Yes. Then if you see here, Dunning printout, you have to go with the Dunning printout. Where is the Dunning? This is the Dunning. So always like for the things like we have to give the LP01 is the output device PDF file. Reader different. So LP01 printing device. So just give the print and just press enter. Final will be running run completed. Means like one notice has been completed. We will put it into spool request. So what do you mean by spool request? System background will be creating one spool request and it will be stored in the spool request, whatever the document like we have been done notice is there, no, that will be generated. So if you see here, we have been done with this step. So we have to go with the SP02. These are the things you won't have, I think, access. So up to here, what I've been told is correct. Like you can go. I'm just showing that how to download the PDF and all those things. Let us pull request is this. So if you see here, the pull request is like a created by system background 4002 and dated on 14/10/2025 by time what? 7:39 minutes. Pages, one pages. So if you see here, that is the DHAM, is the something has been, like if you see here, the date, like from right to left, 14/10/2025. Okay. So it was been created. So 4002 is the pull request. Means system has been generated the request for this particular dunning printout. It has been taken into consideration background. So if you want to download the PDF in our desktop, so what we have to do, we have to run one program and we have to see. So I think you won't have this access. Just I'm showing SC38 is the transaction code. The spool request what you have to give it in the mind once. So SC38 slash m SC38 is the transaction code. The program you have to run is equal here. What is the program you have to do? In the program field, fill up the program name. What is the program name? This is the program name. RSTX PDF 4. This is the technical thing. There is no need to, but if you have an idea, it's very good. So you have to execute it. Then it should ask the pull request. Pull request just now we have been seeing 4002. If you see the pull request system has been generated, no, this is the one 4002. Okay, that was I will do. So after that, what we have to do, just execute it. The system will ask where to save. I want to save in the desktop and save it. Allow. It was downloaded 8 KB user Lenovo OneDrive desktop file. There it was been saved as a PDF. So come back, come back, come back. Let me come back. Just minimize the screen, and if you see here, done in notice. Yesterday's morning. This is the one. This is the file. Just now we have been downloaded. We can see that Ashmita Enterprises. Just displaying the notice I've been shown. Now you can see the soft copy. And if you want to send anything like print, you can take it to print and you can save it. And if you want to send this soft copy also, you can send the soft copy through the mail. This is the dunning letter. Okay, understood?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Mm,
We were sending three notices.
mm.
After the last notice also, if they won't pay the amount, then what is the next
The
procedure?
legal team will look up for all those things. As per the
Okay.
things like we fetch the data and we
Yeah.
give the document like this is the pending document. This is the how so after these many notices has been sent. This is the last notice. This is the as per the company norm, we are signing three notices. After three notices, if the person is not paying the money, means the legal team will take with this references that notice and all those things. They will put suit on them. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
They will look around. It won't be happen in big companies. Up to notice level also they won't go. The note sending notice is like insult for them. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the bad ink mark for them. So they maintain. So as we are maintaining our books of accounts very pakka and clearly, there also they will be maintaining all those things. If the people are not doing from their side is accounting, they will see that things. No, why it is that it will be going the and it will be bad remark for them also. No, for suppose if you have been if he is not paying means like it will be in some listed no some we want to
Yes.
again the invoice for the customer same customer so we have to put into some list and we forward the list to the internally so that if you are going to buy from other people also the listed will be you will be listed so the people won't entertain to do such type of things why because you are listed so it may happen one or two cases but if they want to maintain a regular relationship with us, so they won't do such type of thing.
Mm.
Am I
Got it.
correct, Madhuji?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
That's the thing. That's about the done. Understood, no? So what
Yes,
we
sir.
have to do is nothing but next topic we are having like almost 14 minutes are there. So we have to cover other topic. So next topic is nothing but accounts receivable. Till now, we have been posted the invoice, we have been done the payment, we have been received the payment, and all those things we have been seen, and some scenarios we have been seen. Now we are going to see the tax part, like the GST is there. So what we can call as tax on purchase sale. So we when we are purchasing any product or services, if tax is there, that is GST, we can call as indirect tax. So what we are going to do, how the we have to post the tax invoices, whether it may be purchase or sale. So we have to see the topic we cover. Okay, this is the one. Tax on sales purchase. Tax on sales purchase configuration of indirect tax. The previous indirect tax regime was quite complex. So central and state governments levy a large number of taxes such as central excise duty, service tax, VAT, purchase tax, central sales tax, entry tax, local body taxes, OTRI, luxury tax, etc., etc. So each of these is an independent tax, and this creates a lot of complexity and difficulties for the taxpayers. Okay, to simplify this tax regime, the goods and service tax GST was implemented across India. So when it was being came in the year of 2017 July, I think so. Correct, Madhuji?
Yes, sir. First
Uh,
July.
1st July. So what is the thing? One tax and one tax, one nation. Correct? The slogan they have been given. Correct? In order to avoid all those things like earlier, the central state governments are levying large number of taxes. So in order to avoid all those things, they came with the GST. So one tax, one nation. So the GST is nothing but a goods and service tax. So this is the thing they have been came with the GST. The It was been implemented across the India. GST is levied on both the supply of the goods and services. Understood, Ashmita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Slowly, this is the critical part. So if you understand, so tomorrow we have to do the configuration, how it will be and how it will be linking. And it's very easy. I will make it too easy to understand, right? Because we go in the sequence, what I have been framed, notes and all those things. So just the thing is like you have to understand how the linking is there and how it is going to do each and everything. You have to just simply you have to understand it. Everything in the document. So okay. So if you see here, you see here, 1 minute. Yes. So if you see here, like tax on sales purchase, like this, like GST we are talking. So these are the things like earlier it was being there. So in order to avoid the cascading effect and all those things, some GST has been came into the picture. So in the year 2017, July 1st, it was been implemented GST and one tax, one nation. So in India, they have been implemented with GST. Now everybody knows that like if you have been purchased any product or any service, the GST will be the major part, the tax. So how will they will be charging on invoice amount? They add the GST. If you go for the restaurants, they will be adding the GST. 5% I think so. Correct, Madhuji? No amendment was been new amendment has been came, so it was been reduced something like in medicals like 12% is the 5% came. This cars and all 28% segment has been going to 18% also. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So here the GST has been divided into two types. One is like intrastate, another is interstate. So intrastate means nothing but CGST and SGST. CGST means like central goods and service tax, and SGST is nothing but state goods and service tax. So intra means like if I can take one example best like in our organization we are having the intranet within the company we can pass any message. Internet means like out of the thing. So if you see here, intra-state means like within the state. For suppose you are purchasing or selling the product in within your state, for example, Bangalore or Delhi, within your state you are doing this, you have to go with the intra-state. And government has been given the two components like CGST and SGST. For suppose if you have been purchasing a mobile in like Bangalore, so you are in Bangalore. So that is like you have been purchasing intra-state. So whatever you have been purchased the iPhone, it is like a like 1,50,000 per rupees rate. So the charge of the 12% or 18% may charge. How much the percentage is charged right now? It is 18% for mobiles. It has been reduced, Moduji.
It's 18%, sir.
18%. So the 18% has to be split into 9% of CGST and 9% of SGST. So why? Because you have been purchased within the state. If you purchase the same mobile out of state, means like for example, then directly 18% IGST will be charged. What do you mean by IGST? Integrated Goods and Service Tax. What do you mean by CGST? Central Goods Service Tax. Goods and Service Tax. SGST means State Goods and Service Tax. Understood? Like Ashmi?
Yes, sir.
Ashmi.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
This is the thing, okay? GST has been divided into two types. One is intrastate. Intrastate means within state. Interstate means out of the state. So if you have been purchased within the state, CSGST, SGST, whatever the tax they have been charged, they will be divided into two parts. One for 9, for suppose 18%, 9% will go to central tax and central government, and it will 1 9% will be go to the state. Like that, they have been divided. If you have been purchased from out of state, means like IGST. This is the GST structure. If you see here, as mostly you will be observing the invoices, like when you are going to purchase anything, that the GST will be charged in the invoice. So whatever the GST, sorry, whatever the GST has been charged, you can see by the component wise also, percentage also. So how much percentage they have been charged for the particular commodity, you can see by seeing the invoice. So if you see here, the here the 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. These are the slabs. Again, there have been some revised things are the commodity. For suppose what these are the percentage in existence, but commodity it may change. So how who will give this all the percentage of the particular commodities and all business while seeing all those things, we will be understanding what percentage and all those things. So we have to create the tax force. This is called as a tax force, means nothing but percentages which is applicable for the particular commodity. By seeing the invoice, you will be understanding that what are the percentage they have been charged for the particular commodity. So these are the percentage. So for this, what we have to do is nothing but we have to do the configurations into the system. So after doing the configurations, then we have to go with the master data, and the end user simply post the transaction. You see here at the 70 is there, no? They will be giving the date, posting date, document date, and they will be debiting customer number and narration and which GL account has to be created. So sales revenue. So why? Because we are sale is realized. For suppose if you are selling any product, sale is realized, and then we will be receiving the amount from the customer. So this is the way. So after receiving the customer, we set up the all the things against the invoice, and we will see the outstanding amount should be zero for the particular customer based on the payment. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What we will do is like tomorrow's class, we will do the configuration of the GST, and we will be doing like after configuration, we have to test it like tax part is there. So simply what the end user will do? He will open the screen FB70. Till now we have been so FB70. We have been using the customer here for invoice date, posting date, amount, how much amount we are in the invoice, and text we have been given, which line item has been created, that sales revenue amount we have been given. So if you see here in this particular fields, you will be having the tax codes. Is the tax code. So if we create tax code is nothing but a what percentage. So we have to create the tax codes, and the user will be selecting the tax codes. For example, I will show for other company code, then you will be understanding something. The tax code, these are the tax codes for suppose this is not the tax. We have to change here. Okay. Tax codes will be there. For suppose we have been put one tax code, we have been percentage. No, they simply select the tax code, and he will calculate the tax. Like that, he will show the particular thing. System automatically calculate the tax, and while he is going to document similar, that four line items will be shown. So instead of two line items, we have been seen like without tax. Now tax, four line items will be there. Depends. Like if you have been if you have been sold within the state, two line items will be triggered. How that is nothing but like you are selling means output tax. So you will be seeing all those things. Don't be get confused. I will let you know. And till now we have been seeing the customer account data to sales revenue create. Now, if the tax part is there, inputs means input you will be creating, and output means output you're debiting. Like that, it will see your accounting entry will be. There will be two more line items or one more line item will be added. It depends upon the nature of the transaction which was been done within the intrastate or interstate. Okay.